Good morning, guys. This is sisknows.org. I'm Sis, and I just wanted to share an experience with you. This morning is Good Friday in 2023, and I just had the coolest experience and wanted to share it with you. So I was praying, and I was just thinking about God. And if I stumble a lot in this video, I'm sorry. It was one of those experiences where you just don't even know how to express it with words, and you know that your words are going to be so inadequate you don't even know if you should say anything, but I'm going to give it a whirl. So I was praying this morning, and I was thinking about the glory of God. I was thinking about all the amazing things that are in nature and all the gifts that God's given us. And I was just overwhelmed with God's presence. And in my life, I have been overwhelmed by fear. And I couldn't breathe, and I felt like I was stuck. And I've been overwhelmed by sadness and not known if I was going to be able to breathe because my chest was so heavy. But I've never been overwhelmed with joy. I've experienced peace. I've felt that still small peace. But I've never been overwhelmed with peace or overwhelmed with joy to where it took my breath away. And I felt that this morning. And I know why people say, like in the Bible, I never understood why some of those old prophets would cover their faces or fall on their face. And they'd say, "Woe is me." And I always thought that was so weird that in the presence of God, who is so big and so amazing, that's what you would say. That would be your response. But I felt that overwhelmed. And I can understand now because I was so in the presence, and there was so much joy and so much peace that I could feel it, I could see it. And I actually covered my face because I didn't want to see what was around me. I wanted to stay in that spot. And that sounds so weird. And I've never experienced God like that before. But I now understand more why the prophets say that they take their shoes off or they fall on their face, because it is so overwhelming. And I think I understand why God, why it says that if you saw the face of God, that you would die. Because I feel like I just touched the hem of his garment, and I was so overwhelmed I couldn't hardly breathe. And if that's how martyrs felt, I can see why they would tell Romans, "I can't deny God. You want to put me in with lions? Do what you're going to do." Because if you feel God like that, if the presence of God is that real in you, Superman's got nothing on you. You can do anything. And I've been a Christian for a long time. And I have felt the presence of God and the peace of God. But I've never felt him so deeply. And it's so strange because I've never understood skydiving, guys. I don't think there's anything right about jumping out of an airplane that's not on fire. But it felt like I was falling and flying at the same time. And it's so big, and it felt like I was going so deep. But it felt like I was soaring. And I know that words are inadequate. And to people who don't know God, it sounds like nonsense. And I will try and make another video and tell you what I was thinking about, because it's a really cool thought. That's why I was thinking about it. But I don't want this video to get too long, because YouTube is grumpy about what it'll upload. So I just wanted to share it with somebody, and you guys are it. So I want you to know that feeling and that experience is very real. And I always kind of poo-pooed that, because I thought, oh, well, that's the Old Testament, or that's a long time ago. But it really isn't. I think our skepticism keeps us away from that. I don't think it's God keeping it from us. I think it's us keeping us from God. And I hope you guys keep checking in, and I'll talk to you more later. Thank you.